The uncomfortable truth. Most people think the 1% were born with something different. They believe it was luck. They point to privilege. They blame timing. They are wrong. This is a convenient lie. It frees them from responsibility. It keeps them comfortable in their current state. They do not want to face the truth. The truth is simple. The real difference is not money itself. It is mindset. It is the way a person thinks. It is the core beliefs held deep inside. Wealth is not just built in your bank account balance. It is built in your behavior. It is built in your daily decisions. It is built in the way you see the world. It is built in the way you think about time. It is built in how you view risk. It is built in what you value. These are the true foundations. These are the unseen structures of lasting financial power. This audiobook, The Secret of the 1%, How Rich People Think About Money, is not about greed. It is not about taking from others. It is about discipline. It is about control. It is about understanding a fundamental truth. Money is not power. Money, by itself, is just a tool. Control over money is power. Control over your financial choices is power. Control over your reactions to market changes is power. This control allows you to live on your own terms. It allows you to build, not just to survive. In this audiobook, you will discover the truth. You will see how the world's most financially secure people manage their lives. You will learn the psychology behind their habits. These habits are not random. They are deliberate. You will find the invisible systems that protect their wealth. These systems are not magic. They are logical. They are built with purpose. You will uncover the mental frameworks that make their success sustainable. These frameworks are not complex. They are simply different from what most people use. They are built on Stoic principles. They are built on clear thought. Before the day rushes in, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, only if you truly enjoy what I am doing here. And in the comments, write your location, your time zone, and the time right now, this morning. This is not a motivational speech designed to make you feel good. This is an instruction manual. It is a guide for action. It is a blueprint for change. Prepare to be uncomfortable. The truth often is. Prepare to change. Your financial future depends on it. Your freedom depends on it. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Control. Own your financial reality. Most people live in a state of blame. They point fingers. They blame the economy for their struggles. They say their boss does not pay them enough. They blame their parents for their upbringing, for not teaching them about money. They blame everything and everyone around them. They blame the government. They blame global events. They blame luck. They blame fate. They blame everything but the person staring back at them in the mirror each morning. This is the deep problem. This is the root of financial weakness. This act of blaming is a comfort. It is the comfort of victimhood. It is a warm, soft blanket that hides a slow financial death. It feels easier to say, "It is not my fault," than to admit, "I made these choices." This mindset keeps you stuck. It stops you from acting. It prevents you from taking power. You complain about your small paycheck. You complain about your growing debt. You complain about your lack of savings, your empty investment account. But you refuse to look closely at your own choices. You refuse to see the direct link between your daily actions and your current financial state. This passive acceptance of your financial fate is the first enemy. It is the enemy of progress. It is the enemy of wealth. It is the enemy of your future self. It is a poison. It slowly kills your potential. Most people believe external forces control their money. They feel helpless. They say, "I cannot do anything about it." They wait for someone else to save them. They wait for a raise. They wait for a lottery win. They wait for the economy to improve. They wait for circumstances to change. This waiting is a form of giving up. It is a surrender of your power. This is the weak mindset. It leads to a life of reaction, not creation. It leads to a life where your financial health is always at the mercy of outside forces. You are a leaf in the wind. You have no direction. You, the winner, understand a different truth. Your financial state is a direct result of your decisions. Every single one. It is a direct result of your actions. It is a direct result of your inactions. You are 100% responsible. There are no exceptions. There are no excuses. This is the strong mindset. This is the mindset of control. This is the mindset of freedom. When you accept this, you take back your power. You stop being a victim. You become the master of your financial ship. You decide its course. You steer it through the storms. You do not wait for luck. You create your own path. This internal locus of control, this belief that you are in charge, is the bedrock of all true wealth. Without it, everything else crumbles. Your action plan begins now. First, stop blaming. Identify one area in your financial life where you typically blame external factors. Maybe it is your job market. Maybe it is your family history. Maybe it is the cost of living. Whatever it is, take it back. Say to yourself, "This is mine. I own this problem." Do not just think it. Say it aloud. Write it down. Acknowledge that while external factors exist, your reaction to them, your choices within them, are yours alone. This is the first step to power. This is the first step to control. Second, audit your choices. Review your last 3 major financial decisions. Think about buying a car. Think about taking on debt. Think about a big purchase. Were these decisions intentional? Did you plan them? Did you think about the long-term effects? Or were they reactive? Did you buy something because you felt stressed? Did you spend because you saw others doing it? Did you make a quick decision without real thought? Be honest with yourself. This is not about judgment. It is about understanding. It is about seeing the patterns in your behavior. It is about learning from your past. Third, declare ownership. Write down this exact sentence. I am fully responsible for my financial situation starting today. Put it where you will see it every day. On your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator, on your computer screen. This is not just words. This is a commitment. This is a vow to yourself. This declaration changes everything. It shifts your focus from what you cannot control to what you can. It empowers you. It forces you to act. It forces you to think differently. It is the start of your new financial reality. No excuses, only results. Own your reality. Chapter 2. The Time Horizon. Play the long game, not the lottery. Most people chase quick wins. They are always looking for the easy way out. They fall for get-rich-quick schemes. They buy lottery tickets, hoping for a miracle. They believe that wealth comes from a single, sudden event. not from consistent effort. This desire for instant gratification is a powerful trap. It blinds you to the true path of wealth building. It makes you impatient. It makes you impulsive. It makes you short-sighted. You want the reward now, without doing the work. You want the prize without the struggle. You want the money without the wait. This impulsive desire for immediate pleasure spends your future. You spend today's potential on tomorrow's regret. You buy the new phone you do not need. You order the expensive meal you cannot afford. You sign up for subscriptions you barely use. These small daily choices add up. They drain your resources. They steal your future. You prioritize fleeting pleasure over lasting power. You choose the temporary high of a new purchase over the quiet, steady growth of an investment. You trade real freedom for a moment of artificial happiness. This is the core problem. This is why most people never build real wealth. They cannot delay satisfaction. They cannot see beyond the present moment. Their vision is limited to what they can touch, taste, or feel right now. Most people live in the now. They believe, I need it now. I deserve it. This is the weak mindset. This mindset is fueled by advertising. It is fueled by social media. It tells you that you are entitled to immediate pleasure. It tells you that waiting is a punishment. It pushes you to consume. It pushes you to spend. This short-term pleasure focus keeps you poor. It keeps you chasing fleeting desires. It keeps you from building anything substantial. You are always starting over. You are always behind. You are always reacting to the next new thing. You are a slave to your impulses. Your financial decisions are driven by emotion, not by logic. They are driven by a hunger for immediate reward. This hunger devours your future. You, the winner, operate differently. You understand the power of time. You know that true wealth is built systematically. It is built brick by brick, day by day. Patience is your weapon. It is your silent, powerful tool. You understand that small, consistent actions, repeated over a long period, create massive results. You do not seek instant gratification. You seek lasting freedom. You play the long game. You plant seeds today for a harvest that will come years from now. You make decisions based on what will benefit your future self, not just your present self. This is the strong mindset. This is the mindset of strategic focus. You are not a slave to your impulses. You are the master of your time. You are the architect of your future. Your decisions are driven by a clear vision, not by temporary urges. This vision allows you to delay pleasure. It allows you to make sacrifices. It allows you to build real power. Your action plan begins now. First, identify an impulse. Pinpoint one immediate desire you can delay or deny this week. It could be buying that new gadget. It could be ordering takeout. It could be going to the store for something you do not truly need. Choose one. Then, delay it. Or deny it completely. Experience the discomfort. Feel the urge. Then, overcome it. This is a small victory. This is a muscle you must build. Each small delay strengthens your self-control. Each denial gives you power back. It proves to you that you are not a slave to every whim. Second, visualize the future. Project your current spending habits 5, 10, and 20 years out. Close your eyes. Imagine your life if you continue down the same path. If you keep buying what you do not need. If you keep chasing quick fixes. Do you like what you see? Is that the life you want? Or do you see debt? Do you see struggle? Do you see missed opportunities? Now, imagine the opposite. Imagine if you consistently saved, if you consistently invested, if you consistently delayed gratification. What does that future look like? This visualization is not just a dream, it is a powerful motivator. It shows you the real cost of your choices. It shows you the real reward of your discipline. Third, start small. Stay consistent. Commit to one small, consistent financial action for 30 days. It could be saving $5 a day. It could be investing $20 a week. It could be learning about one new investment concept every morning. The amount is less important than the consistency. Do it every single day, or every single week, for 30 days. No breaks, no excuses. This builds a habit. This builds discipline. This proves to yourself that you can commit. It shows you the power of small, repeated effort. After 30 days, you will see a small change. But more importantly, you will feel a big change in yourself. You will feel stronger. You will feel more in control. Sacrifice today. Dominate tomorrow. Chapter 3. Value versus vanity. Invest in assets, not just appearances. You buy things to impress others. You prioritize status symbols over substance. Your spending is dictated by trends, not by lasting value. You are trapped in a cycle of consumption. You are constantly upgrading. You are constantly seeking external validation. You seek it through material possessions. These possessions depreciate. They distract from true wealth. This is the path of the weak. This is the path of the many. Most people acquire more. They believe more stuff means more success. They chase the new car. They chase the bigger house. They chase the latest gadget. They do this because their neighbor has it. Their friends post it online. Their culture demands it. They are slaves to appearances. They are slaves to external opinion. They buy the luxury watch. It tells the same time as a basic one. They buy the expensive clothes. They wear them for a season. Then they discard them. This is not investment. This is consumption. This is a drain. A drain on your resources, a drain on your future. You see them. They drive the flashy car. They live in the grand house. But look closer. They are drowning in debt. Their assets are liabilities. Their image is a facade. They work harder and harder. They work to maintain the illusion. They work to pay for things that lose value. This is a treadmill, a financial treadmill. It runs faster than they can keep up. It leads to nowhere. It leads to financial fragility. It leads to stress. It leads to a life not truly lived. It leads to a life dictated by others. The problem is deep. It is psychological. It is a craving for acceptance. It is a fear of being left behind. It is a misunderstanding of what wealth truly is. Wealth is not a display. Wealth is not a collection of items. Wealth is a state of being. Wealth is freedom. Freedom from worry. Freedom to choose. Freedom to act. The pursuit of vanity enslaves you. It binds you to the opinions of others. It forces you to spend your life force. You spend it on things that do not serve your true purpose, things that do not bring lasting value. Most people focus on the immediate thrill, the new purchase, the temporary high. They ignore the long-term cost. They ignore the opportunity cost. That money could have been invested. It could have grown. It could have bought you time. It could have bought you independence. Instead, it bought you a fleeting moment. It bought you a depreciating item. It bought you another chain, another link in the chain of debt, another link in the chain of dependence. The strong mind rejects this. It looks beyond the surface. It understands true value. It understands true worth. It asks a different question. It asks, what builds my freedom? Not what makes me look good, not what will others think. This is the core difference. This is the shift. Weak mindset. What will others think? I need to keep up. This mindset is driven by external validation. It is fueled by comparison. It is a consumerist trap. You buy to impress. You buy to fit in. You buy to signal status. This is a losing game. The goalposts constantly move. There is always someone with more. There is always something newer. You chase an illusion. You chase an endless horizon. Your financial decisions are not your own. They are dictated by the market. They are dictated by society. They are dictated by the perceived expectations of others. You are not in control. You are reacting. You are a puppet. This weak mindset leads to debt. It leads to financial instability. It leads to regret. You buy the expensive car. You cannot truly afford it. You take on the car loan. You pay interest. The car loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. It is a liability. It costs you money every month. Insurance, fuel, maintenance. It is a drain, a constant drain, but it looks good for a time. Until the next model comes out, until your neighbor gets something better. Then the cycle begins again. You are never satisfied. You are never truly wealthy. You are just a consumer, a well-dressed consumer, a debt-ridden consumer. Strong mindset. What generates value? What grows my freedom? This mindset is driven by internal purpose. It is focused on asset building. It is about true independence. You buy to invest. You buy to grow. You buy to create. Your financial decisions are your own. They are strategic. They are intentional. You are in control. You are proactive. You are building. You are not consuming. You invest in knowledge. You invest in skills. These are assets. They grow your earning potential. They grow your ability to create. You invest in a business. You invest in real estate. You invest in stocks. These are assets. They produce income. They appreciate in value. They work for you. They build your freedom. They do not demand more from you. They give back to you. The strong mind understands the difference. A luxury car is a liability. It takes money from you. A rental property is an asset. It puts money in your pocket. An expensive designer bag is vanity. It loses value. A course that teaches you a high-income skill is an asset. It increases your worth. It increases your future options. You choose assets. You choose growth. You choose freedom. This strong mindset leads to wealth. It leads to financial security. It leads to true independence. You do not care what others think. You care about your own scorecard. You care about your future. You care about building a life of choice, not a life of obligation, not a life dictated by debt. You are building a fortress, a financial fortress, brick by brick, asset by asset. You are not building a sandcastle made of fleeting possessions, a sandcastle that washes away with the tide of trends. The action plan. This is not theory. This is execution. 1. Categorize purchases. For your next 5 purchases, label them. Is it an asset or a liability? An asset puts money in your pocket, or it holds value, or it increases your future potential. A liability takes money from your pocket, or it loses value quickly, or it serves only temporary gratification. Be honest. Be brutal. A new phone for basic use? Liability? A tool for your side business? Asset? A fancy dinner out? Liability? A book on financial strategy? Asset. This exercise forces conscious thought. It forces you to confront your habits. It exposes your biases. It shows you where your money truly goes. It shows you if you are building or destroying. 2. Question your motive. Before buying anything, ask yourself, am I buying this for me or for someone else's perception? This is a crucial question. It cuts through the noise. It reveals the truth. Are you trying to impress a peer? Are you trying to project an image? Are you trying to fill an emotional void? Or is this purchase genuinely serving your long-term goals? Is it genuinely adding value to your life? Is it truly an investment in your future? If the answer is external validation, stop, reconsider. That money can be better used. That money can be saved. That money can be invested. That money can buy you actual freedom, not the illusion of it. 3. Shift focus. Redirect 10% of your vanity budget towards an actual investment or skill development. You have a vanity budget. Everyone does. The money you spend on things you do not truly need. Things that do not grow your future. Identify it. Then take a portion. Take 10% and redirect it. Put it into a low-cost index fund. Invest in a course. Buy books. Learn a new trade. Start a side project. This is not about deprivation. It is about reallocation. It is about intelligent deployment of your resources. It is about making your money work for you, instead of working for your image. It is a small step, but it is a powerful one. It breaks the cycle. It builds a new habit. It builds a new future. No excuses. No more chasing shadows. No more buying into the lie. Closing mantra. Build your empire, not your image. Chapter 4. The Calculated Gamble. Embrace risk, master fear. You fear losing what little you have, so you do nothing. You stay in your comfort zone. You are paralyzed by what-ifs. You mistake stagnation for security. This fear of risk is a far greater threat than any actual loss, because it guarantees you will never grow. You choose certainty over potential. This is the path of the weak. This is the path of the many. Most people seek safety. They crave comfort. They want guarantees. They work a job they hate. They stay because it is safe. They save money in a bank account. It earns almost nothing. They refuse to invest. They refuse to start a business. They refuse to learn a new skill that might fail. They refuse to take any step that involves uncertainty. They believe safety is found in inaction. This is a delusion. Safety is an illusion. The world is not safe. It is dynamic. It is constantly changing. The job market shifts. Industries rise and fall. Inflation erodes your savings. Doing nothing is not safe. It is a slow decline. It is a guaranteed loss. A loss of opportunity. A loss of potential. A loss of growth. You are choosing to be a victim of circumstance. You are choosing to let life happen to you. You are choosing to live in fear. Fear is a powerful master. It whispers lies. It tells you to stay small. It tells you to avoid discomfort. It tells you to protect what little you have, even if what you have is not enough, even if what you have is slowly diminishing. This fear keeps you trapped. It keeps you from seeing possibilities. It keeps you from taking the necessary steps. The steps that lead to true wealth. The steps that lead to true freedom. Most people see risk as a cliff edge. One wrong step and it is over. They do not understand the nature of calculated risk. They do not understand that growth occurs outside the comfort zone. They do not understand that failure is data, not a death sentence. They do not understand that the biggest risk is often taking no risk at all. It is the risk of stagnation. It is the risk of regret. It is the risk of a life unlived, a life filled with what-ifs. The strong mind understands this. It does not ignore risk. It assesses it. It quantifies it. It plans for it. It understands that fear is a natural emotion, but it does not let fear dictate action. It masters fear. It uses logic. It uses strategy. It takes calculated gambles. This is the core difference. This is the shift. Weak mindset. It is too risky. I might lose everything. This mindset is paralyzed by analysis. It is driven by fear of failure. You imagine the worst outcome. You magnify it. You let it stop you. You see only the potential for loss. You ignore the potential for gain. You stay in your shell. You protect your small world. But that world is shrinking. It is not growing. You miss opportunities. You watch others succeed. You tell yourself they were lucky. You tell yourself it was not for you. This is self-sabotage. This is a guaranteed path to mediocrity. You want to start a side business. The weak mind says, what if it fails? What if I lose money? What if people laugh? These questions stop you cold. You never start. You never learn. You never grow. You never experience the potential rewards. You cling to the familiar. You cling to your small paycheck. You cling to your limited future. You trade potential for perceived safety. It is a bad trade. A very bad trade. Strong mindset. What is the worst outcome? How can I mitigate it? What is the upside? This mindset is focused on calculated risk. It is driven by opportunity. You assess the situation. You identify the potential pitfalls. You create a plan to reduce those risks. You understand that failure is a possibility, but it is not the end. It is a lesson. You focus on the upside, the potential for growth, the potential for reward, the potential for learning. You move forward with eyes open. You move forward with a plan. You move forward despite fear. You want to start a side business. The strong mind asks, what is the worst that can happen? I lose some time. I lose some money. Can I afford that loss? Yes. What can I do to reduce the risk? Start small. Test the market. Learn new skills. What is the upside? Financial independence, new skills, a new income stream, personal growth. You take action. You start. You learn. You adapt. You grow. You understand that even if it fails, you are stronger. You are smarter. You are better prepared for the next attempt. You are building resilience. You are building wealth. The strong mind understands the difference between blind risk and calculated risk. Blind risk is gambling. It is throwing money at something without understanding the odds, without a plan. Calculated risk is an investment. It is a strategic move. It is based on research. It is based on understanding. It is based on a clear objective. You do not jump off a cliff. You build a bridge. You test the foundations. You prepare for the journey. You understand the terrain, the action plan. This is not theory. This is execution. 1. Identify a stagnation point. Where in your finances are you stuck due to fear? Be honest with yourself. Is it investing? Is it asking for a raise? Is it starting a new venture? Is it leaving a dead-end job? Pinpoint that exact area. That point where fear has caused inaction. That point where you have chosen comfort over growth. This is your first enemy. Confront it. Name it. 2. Assess the true risk. List the worst-case scenario for that stagnation point. Be specific. What is the absolute worst thing that could happen? Then, list the steps to recover from that worst-case scenario. Most people stop at the fear. They do not think through the recovery. They do not realize that most worst-case scenarios are survivable. They are not catastrophic. You lose money, you can earn it back. You fail, you learn, you rebuild. This exercise demystifies fear. It breaks its power. It shows you that you are capable of handling setbacks. It shows you that you are more resilient than you think. 3. Take a small, calculated step. Invest a small amount. Learn a new skill. Propose a new idea. This is about building momentum. It is about proving to yourself that you can act despite fear. Do not bet your entire life savings on your first venture. Start small. Test the waters. If you want to invest, put in a small sum you can afford to lose. If you want to start a business, build a minimal, viable product. Test it. Get feedback. If you want to ask for a raise, practice your pitch. Research your market value. This small step builds confidence. It provides real-world data. It moves you from theory to action. It moves you from fear to growth. No more paralysis, no more excuses, no more letting fear dictate your future. Closing mantra: no risk, no reward. Fear is a choice. Chapter 5. Your priceless resource. Time is your ultimate currency. You treat time as infinite. You waste hours on distractions. You waste hours on entertainment. You waste hours on unproductive tasks. You trade your finite life for a paycheck. Then you squander the rest. You fail to see that money can be earned back. But time once spent is gone forever. This casual disregard for your most precious asset is a direct path to mediocrity. This is the path of the weak. This is the path of the many. Most people live as if they have an endless supply of days. They scroll aimlessly. They binge-watch shows. They complain about not having enough time. Yet they fill their hours with activities that bring no lasting value. Activities that do not move them forward. Activities that do not build their wealth. Activities that do not enrich their lives. They trade precious moments for fleeting entertainment. They trade potential for procrastination. You wake up. You check your phone. You scroll social media. 30 minutes gone. You commute to work. You listen to gossip. You complain. Another hour gone. You work. You take long breaks. You chat. You browse the internet. Hours disappear. You get home. You are tired. You turn on the television. You numb your mind. 2, 3, 4 hours gone. Then you sleep. And the cycle repeats. Day after day, week after week, year after year. Where is the planning? Where is the intentionality? Where is the focus on growth? There is none. There is only reaction. There is only consumption. There is only waste. This is not living. This is drifting. This is letting life happen to you. This is letting your most valuable asset slip through your fingers. Like sand, irrecoverable. Money is a tool. It can be lost. It can be found. It can be earned again. Time is different. It is finite. It is non-renewable. Every second that passes is gone forever. You cannot get it back. You cannot buy more of it. Yet most people treat money with more respect than they treat time. They guard their dollars. They squander their hours. This is a fundamental error, a catastrophic error. The financially weak exchange their time for money. Then they exchange the money for more distractions. They are trapped in a cycle of earning to consume, a cycle of working to escape. They do not understand that true wealth is not just about having money. It is about having control over your time. It is about using your time to build a life of purpose, a life of freedom. The strong mind understands this. It treats time as its ultimate currency. It guards it fiercely. It invests it wisely. It understands that every minute is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to create, an opportunity to grow. It prioritizes, it plans, it executes, it eliminates distractions, it lives with intention. This is the core difference. This is the shift. Weak mindset. I will do it later. I have plenty of time. This mindset is defined by procrastination. It undervalues time. You believe tomorrow will always come. You believe you will always have another chance. You postpone important tasks. You delay difficult decisions. You fill your schedule with low-value activities. You react to urgencies. You do not create your own priorities. You are a slave to the immediate. You are a slave to distraction. Your life is not your own. It is dictated by external demands. It is dictated by fleeting urges. You say you want to learn to invest, but you never start. You say you want to build a side income, but you never take the first step. You say you want to exercise, but the couch calls louder. You tell yourself you are busy, but you are busy with what? Busy with consumption. Busy with distraction. Busy with things that do not move your life forward. You are busy wasting your life. You are busy wasting your future. This leads to regret. It leads to missed opportunities. It leads to a life of unfulfilled potential. Strong mindset. Time is non-renewable. Every minute is an investment. This mindset is defined by intentionality. It is about strategic time allocation. You understand the preciousness of each moment. You prioritize. You plan your days. You identify high-value tasks. You eliminate time-wasting activities. You protect your focus. You invest your time in learning. You invest your time in creating. You invest your time in building. You are the master of your schedule. You are the architect of your future. You allocate specific time for learning. You allocate specific time for your side projects. You block out distractions. You say no to low-value demands. You understand that every hour spent on something productive is an investment in your skills, an investment in your network, an investment in your financial future. You do not just earn money, you earn time. You earn freedom. You are building a life of purpose, a life of choice. You are not just living, you are building, you are growing, you are mastering your existence. The strong mind knows that time is more valuable than money. Money is a means to an end. Time is the end itself. It is your life. How you spend your time is how you spend your life. You choose to spend it wisely. You choose to invest it. You choose to build. You choose to create. You choose to live with purpose. You do not let others steal your time. You do not let distractions steal your time. You do not let your own weakness steal your time. The action plan. This is not theory. This is execution. 1. Track your time. For 3 days, log exactly how you spend every hour. Be brutal, do not sugarcoat it, do not guess. Write down every activity, every scroll, every break, every conversation, every moment of procrastination. This exercise will be uncomfortable. It will be revealing. It will show you the truth of your existence. It will show you where your life force is truly going. It will expose the hidden leaks, the hidden wastes. This is the first step to reclaiming your power. 2. Identify time leaks. Pinpoint 2 to 3 major time-wasting activities. After tracking your time, these will become obvious. Is it social media? Is it excessive television? Is it unproductive meetings? Is it endless news consumption? Name these leaks. Understand their cost. Understand what you are giving up by engaging in them. This is not about judgment. It is about awareness. It is about identifying the enemies of your time, the enemies of your future. 3. Reallocate. Replace one time-wasting activity with a productive, wealth-building task. This is the pivot. This is the shift. Instead of 30 minutes of scrolling, spend 30 minutes reading a financial book. Instead of an hour of television, spend an hour working on your side hustle. Instead of gossiping, spend that time networking. This is not about adding more to your plate. It is about replacing. It is about conscious substitution. It is about taking back control. It is about redirecting your life force, from consumption to creation, from distraction to direction, from waste to wealth. Do this consistently. Make it a habit. Watch your life transform. No more excuses. No more wasting. No more drifting. Closing mantra. Time is life. Spend it wisely. Chapter 6. The Unending Student. Learn, adapt, conquer. You believe what you learned in school is enough. You stop reading. You stop questioning. You stop adapting. Most people do. They graduate. They get a job. They declare their education finished. They close their minds. They settle for static knowledge in a dynamic world. This is a fatal flaw. The financial world is a moving target. It shifts. It evolves. It punishes the ignorant. It rewards the informed. New technologies emerge. New markets open. Old rules break. Yet, you cling to outdated knowledge. You hold on to fixed ideas. You refuse to see the change. This intellectual arrogance, this intellectual laziness, it guarantees you will be left behind. You will be unable to recognize new opportunities. You will fail to seize them. Your financial growth will halt. Your wealth will stagnate. You will become a relic, a victim of your own refusal to grow. Most people believe their degree is a finish line. They expect the world to adapt to them. They expect their initial learning to last a lifetime. They are wrong. The world does not wait. The market does not care about your past achievements. It cares about your current value, your current understanding, your current ability to adapt. You, the one committed to true wealth, must understand this. Learning is not a phase. It is a posture. It is a weapon. It is a shield. It is the engine of your financial progress. Without it, you are blind. You are deaf. You are vulnerable. You will be outmaneuvered. You will be outsmarted. You will be left in the dust. The weak mindset says, I already know enough. It is too complicated. I do not have time. This is a lie. This is an excuse. This is the sound of surrender. This is the closed mind. This is resistance to growth. This is the path to mediocrity. They see complexity. They retreat. They see effort. They quit. They prefer ignorance to the discomfort of learning. They prefer the illusion of safety to the reality of progress. They are trapped by their own perceived limits. Their comfort zone becomes their financial coffin. The strong mindset says, "The world evolves. I must evolve faster. I must learn continuously. I must adapt relentlessly." This is curiosity. This is continuous learning. This is the drive to understand. This is the commitment to growth. They seek complexity. They seek clarity. They see effort. They embrace the challenge. They understand that knowledge is leverage. They understand that adaptation is survival. They know that what worked yesterday may not work today. They know that what works today may not work tomorrow. They are always seeking, always absorbing, always integrating. Their mind is an open system, not a closed vault. Your action plan for becoming the unending student. 1. Identify a knowledge gap. Where in your financial understanding do you feel weak? What topic do you avoid? Is it investing in stocks? Is it understanding real estate? Is it mastering taxes? Is it learning about new digital currencies? Is it understanding business finance? Most people avoid what they do not understand. You will confront it. You will name it. You will target it. This gap is not a weakness. It is an opportunity. It is a frontier for your growth. Do not shy away. Lean into the discomfort. The biggest gains often lie on the other side of your biggest fears. What financial concept makes you feel inadequate? That is your starting point. That is your first battle. 2. Commit to learning. Dedicate 15 minutes daily. Not an hour, not 2 hours, just 15 minutes. Consistent, focused learning. Read a book. Listen to an audiobook. Watch an educational video. Take an online course. Do not overwhelm yourself. Do not seek perfection. Seek progress. Small, daily increments compound over time. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon of the mind. Make it non-negotiable. Treat this learning time as sacred, as vital as eating, as vital as sleeping. It is feeding your future self. It is sharpening your most important tool, your mind. Most people wait for inspiration. You will create the habit. You will force the discipline. You will show up every single day, even when you do not feel like it. Especially when you do not feel like it. 3. Apply new knowledge. Learning without doing is useless. It is theoretical fluff. It is mental masturbation. You must test what you learn. You must implement it. Find one small way to use what you learn this week. Did you learn about compound interest? Calculate how much $5 a day could be worth in 10 years. Did you learn about diversification? Research one new asset class. Did you learn about budgeting? Track your spending for 3 days. Action solidifies knowledge. Action transforms information into power. Do not just consume, create. Do not just absorb. Act. This is how you bridge the gap between knowing and doing. This is how you build real financial muscle. Most people gather information. You will gather information and then execute. That is the difference. That is the edge. This is not optional. This is fundamental. The world is moving. You must move faster. Your financial future depends on your intellectual agility, your capacity to learn, your willingness to adapt. This is the unending student. This is the path of the 1%. Mantra: learn or perish. Adapt or be left behind. Chapter 7. Freedom over fluff. Seek independence, not just stuff. You equate wealth with luxury. You chase the big house, the fancy car, the designer clothes. Most people do. They believe these external symbols define success. They believe more stuff means more status. They are wrong. These things are often not assets. They are liabilities. They are chains. They are distractions. You pursue these items, and they come with a cost. Not just the purchase price, but the maintenance, the insurance, the taxes, the constant need for upgrades. You become a slave to your possessions. You work harder. You spend more just to maintain an image, an illusion. This is not freedom. This is servitude. You mistake consumption for contentment. You trap yourself in a gilded cage, a beautiful prison of your own making. Most people define wealth by what they own, by what they display, by what others see. They believe that a new car will make them happy, that a bigger house will bring fulfillment. They are constantly chasing the next purchase, the next upgrade. This pursuit is endless. It is unsatisfying. It leaves them empty. It leaves them in debt. They are on a treadmill, running faster, getting nowhere, always needing more, never truly having enough. You, the one committed to true financial power, must reject this illusion. True wealth is not about accumulation. It is about liberation. It is about financial independence. It is the ability to choose. It is the power to say no. It is the freedom to pursue your purpose, not just to pay for your possessions. The weak mindset says, more stuff means more success. I need to keep up with my neighbors. I deserve this new gadget. I must display my achievements. This is materialism. This is consumer debt. This is external validation. This is a fragile house built on sand. They buy things they do not need, with money they do not have, to impress people they do not even like. They are driven by comparison, by envy, by a deep-seated insecurity. Their identity is tied to their latest acquisition. Their self-worth is measured by their shopping cart. They are forever chasing a phantom. The strong mindset says, true wealth is financial independence, the ability to choose, the power to control my own time. What generates value? What grows my freedom? This is internal purpose. This is asset building. This is a minimalist approach to consumption. They understand that every dollar spent on fluff is a dollar not invested in freedom. They prioritize options over objects. They prioritize time over trinkets. They prioritize experiences over extravagance. They are not impressed by what others own. They are focused on what they control, their choices, their time, their future. They build their life around what truly matters to them, not around what society dictates. Your action plan for seeking independence over fluff. 1. Define your freedom number. This is critical. What is the monthly income you need to cover your essential living expenses? Not your desires, not your luxuries, your absolute essential costs. Housing, food, basic transportation, healthcare. This is your baseline. This is the income you need to cover your life without actively working. This number represents your minimum threshold for financial independence. It is your first target. It is your escape velocity. Knowing this number gives you clarity. It gives you a concrete goal. It shifts your focus from endless accumulation to strategic liberation. Most people have no idea what this number is. They just keep spending. You will know your number. You will obsess over it. You will work towards it. 2. Declutter your life. Look around you. What do you own that you do not truly need? What possessions are weighing you down? What items are collecting dust? What responsibilities are tied to things you rarely use? Sell 3 items you do not truly need or use. Donate 3 items. Give them away. The physical act of decluttering is also a mental act. It is shedding the weight of materialism. It is freeing up mental space. It is reducing the burden of maintenance. Every item you remove is a small step towards lightness, towards agility, towards clarity. Most people hoard. They cling to things. You will release. You will simplify. You will make space for what truly matters. This is a Stoic practice. Detachment from external things. Focusing on what is within your control. 3. Automate savings. Set up an automatic transfer. Every paycheck. A fixed amount. Or a fixed percentage. It goes directly to a freedom fund. This fund is separate. This fund is untouchable. This fund is for your financial independence. It is not for a new car. It is not for a vacation. It is for your future self. For your freedom number. Make it automatic so you cannot talk yourself out of it. Make it non-negotiable. Treat it like a bill you owe to yourself, to your future. Most people save what is left over. You will save first. You will pay yourself first. This is a fundamental principle of true wealth building. This is how you build your fortress of freedom. One transfer at a time. Reject the illusion of status. Reject the chains of consumption. Choose freedom. Choose independence. Choose control. This is the path of the 1%. Mantra. Freedom is the ultimate currency. Possessions are shackles. Chapter 8. The Forge of Failure. Rise stronger from every setback. You treat failure as a verdict, not a lesson. Most people do. A lost investment, a failed business, a financial mistake. You let it define you. You let it paralyze you. You let it send you retreating. You avoid risk because you fear the sting of a setback. This is weakness. This is cowardice. This is a guarantee of stagnation. You forget that every master was once a disaster. Every success story is paved with countless mistakes. Every victory is built on the ashes of past defeats. You let ego protect you from growth. You let the fear of looking bad prevent you from taking action. This fear is a far greater threat than any actual loss, because it guarantees you will never grow. You will never learn. You will never achieve your full potential. Most people see failure as the end. They internalize it. They believe it means they are not good enough. They withdraw. They quit. They carry the shame of past mistakes like a heavy burden. This prevents them from trying again, from adapting, from rising stronger. They let one stumble define their entire journey. They let one misstep become their permanent identity. This is a self-imposed prison, a mental trap that keeps them small, keeps them safe, keeps them poor. You, the one committed to true financial power, must understand this fundamental truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. It is the raw material from which resilience is forged. It is the classroom where the most valuable lessons are learned. It is the fire that tempers your resolve. The weak mindset says, "I failed. I am not good enough. I should not have tried. It is too risky. I will just stick to what is safe." This is self-pity. This is avoidance. This is a fixed mindset. They blame themselves. They blame external factors. They refuse to analyze. They refuse to adapt. They let the pain of the past dictate their future. They become risk-averse to the point of paralysis. Their fear of failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. They guarantee their own mediocrity. The strong mindset says, I learned, I adapted, I will try again, smarter. What went wrong? What can I improve? How can I mitigate the risks next time? This is resilience. This is growth from adversity. This is a growth mindset. They see mistakes as data points, not as personal indictments. They extract the lessons. They adjust their strategy. They refine their approach. They understand that every setback contains valuable information. Every fall offers an opportunity to learn how to stand taller. They do not fear failure. They embrace it as a necessary part of the process. They know that without pushing boundaries, there is no progress. Without risking, there is no reward. Your action plan for forging strength from failure. 1. Recall a financial failure. Do not shy away. Do not feel shame. Approach it like a scientist. Objectively. What happened? What were the circumstances? What were your decisions? Instead of shame, list 3 clear lessons learned from it. What did you do wrong? What could you have done differently? What external factors played a role? How will this experience inform your next decision? This is not about self-blame. This is about data collection. This is about extracting wisdom from pain. Most people bury their failures. You will excavate yours. You will dissect it. You will learn from it. Turn your past mistakes into future strengths. 2. Embrace imperfection. Understand that mistakes are data, not destiny. Perfection is a myth. It is a trap. It is an excuse for inaction. No one gets it right every time. No one avoids every pitfall. The pursuit of perfection leads to paralysis. It leads to missed opportunities. It leads to stagnation. True progress comes from iterative improvement, from trying, from failing, from adjusting, from trying again. Accept that you will make mistakes, that you will stumble, that you will sometimes fall. This is part of the human condition. It is part of any journey worth taking. Most people demand perfection from themselves and others. You will demand progress. You will demand resilience. 3. Re-enter the arena. Take one small, new financial action you have been avoiding since a past setback. Was it investing in a certain asset, starting a side business, negotiating a raise? Whatever it is, take a step. A small, calculated step. This is about rebuilding momentum. This is about proving to yourself that you are not defined by your past, that you are capable of moving forward, that you are stronger now. The courage is not in avoiding failure. The courage is in facing it, learning from it, and trying again. Smarter, stronger, more determined. Most people stay on the sidelines after a loss. You will step back onto the field. You will play the game. You will finish what you started. Failure is an event, not a person. Do not let it define you. Let it refine you. Let it harden you. Let it make you unbreakable. This is the forge of failure. This is the path of the 1%. Mantra. Failure is feedback. Rise. Repeat. Chapter 9. Strategic Reciprocity. Give value, build your empire. You operate from a scarcity mindset. You focus only on what you can take. You view every interaction as a transaction, not an opportunity to build something lasting. You hoard knowledge. You guard your connections. You protect your resources, believing that giving diminishes your own standing. This isolated approach limits your reach. It limits your influence. Ultimately, it limits your wealth. Most people believe that wealth is a zero-sum game. They think that if someone else gains, they must lose. This belief traps them in a small world. They see a limited pie. They believe there is not enough for everyone. So they fight for their small slice. They protect it fiercely. They build walls around their resources. They fear being taken advantage of. They refuse to share information. They avoid introducing people. They operate from a place of fear and lack. This short-sighted view prevents them from seeing the bigger picture. It stops them from understanding how true wealth is created. It is not about taking. It is about creating. It is about expanding. This fear of giving manifests in many ways. You might hesitate to share a good business contact. You might keep a valuable piece of information to yourself. You might avoid mentoring someone younger, worried they might surpass you. This is the weak mindset. It is a mindset of weakness, not strength. It is a mindset that will keep you small. It will keep you isolated. It will keep you from reaching your full potential. You cannot build an empire in isolation. Empires are built on networks. They are built on trust. They are built on shared value. The winner, the 1%, they understand a different truth. They see an expanding universe. They understand that value can be created, not just divided. They know that giving does not diminish them. It multiplies them. Their generosity is not random. It is strategic. It is a way to build trust. It is a way to build goodwill. It is a way to build a powerful network. They understand the concept of a favor bank. You make deposits now without expecting an immediate return. Later, when you need support, that bank is full. This is not about being naive. It is about being intelligent. It is about understanding how the world truly works. The strong mindset sees every interaction as an opportunity to add value. They ask, how can I help this person? Not, what can I get from this person? They understand that their network is their net worth. They know that by helping others succeed, they pave their own path to success. They do not fear competition. They embrace collaboration. They know that a rising tide lifts all boats. They want to be the one who creates that rising tide. They are not just building a business. They are building a community. They are building an ecosystem. Binary shift, weak mindset. What is in it for me? I must protect my resources. This is the selfish mindset. It is short-sighted. It leads to transactional relationships. You give and you expect an immediate equal return. If you do not get it, you feel cheated. You close yourself off. You miss opportunities to build deep, lasting connections. You see others as competition, not potential allies. This mindset keeps you small. It keeps you alone. It prevents true growth. You focus on what you can extract. You fail to see what you can cultivate. Strong mindset. How can I add value? My network is my net worth. This is the generous mindset. It is strategic. It leads to collaborative relationships. You give first without immediate expectation. You understand that value returns in unexpected ways. You build trust. You build goodwill. You see others as potential partners. This mindset expands your reach. It builds your influence. It creates exponential opportunities. You focus on what you can contribute. You understand that by helping others flourish, you flourish too. Action Plan 1. Offer value first. Identify one person you can help this week without expecting anything in return. This is not a trick. This is a practice. It is a mental shift. Do not ask for their business. Do not ask for a favor. Simply offer help. Introduce them to someone who can assist them. Share a valuable piece of information. Give them genuine, constructive feedback on a project. Offer your time or expertise for a small task. The goal is to make a deposit into their favor bank without any strings attached. Explain why you are doing it. I thought this might be helpful for you. This builds trust. It shows you are thinking of others. It positions you as a resource. It is a powerful, silent statement of your character. Do not wait for someone to ask. Be proactive. Be useful. 2. Build your network. Reach out to 2 new people in your field or industry this week. This is not about collecting business cards. It is about genuine connection. Find common ground. Ask thoughtful questions. Listen more than you speak. Understand their challenges. Offer insights if you have them, but do not preach. Follow up with a simple, personal message. Remember something specific they said. Offer to share an article related to their interest. Building a network means nurturing relationships. It means showing consistent interest. It means being a reliable presence. Your network should include peers, mentors, and even those you can mentor. Diversify your connections. Seek out different perspectives. These connections are your lifeline. They are your early warning system. They are your source of opportunity. 3. Identify a contribution. How can you contribute to your community or industry in a meaningful way? This goes beyond individual interactions. Think bigger. Can you share your knowledge through a blog post? Can you give a small talk at a local event? Can you volunteer your skills for a nonprofit related to your field? Can you participate in an online forum, offering thoughtful answers? The goal is to position yourself as a leader, an expert, a resource. When you contribute, you elevate your standing. You demonstrate your competence. You attract opportunities. You build a reputation for generosity and expertise. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait to be asked. Find a need. Fill it. Be the solution. This is how you build an empire that lasts. This is how you become indispensable. Closing mantra. Give to grow. Build to last. Chapter 10. The Inner Scorecard. Define your own wealth beyond the numbers. You chase arbitrary numbers. You compare your bank account to others. You believe that a certain net worth will magically bring happiness or fulfillment. You allow external metrics to dictate your self-worth. This leads to an endless, unsatisfying pursuit. You are a slave to the market's opinion. You are not free. Most people believe that wealth is a destination. They think, if I just reach $1 million, then I will be happy. They put all their hopes into an external number. They spend their lives comparing their bank balance to their neighbor's car. They measure their success by the size of their house or the brand of their watch. This is a trap. It is a treadmill. No matter how much you accumulate, there will always be someone with more. No matter what you buy, there will always be a newer model. This endless comparison leads to constant dissatisfaction. It leads to a feeling of never being enough. This external scorecard dictates your emotions. If the market goes up, you feel good. If it goes down, you feel bad. Your sense of self-worth becomes tied to forces outside your control. You become a slave to opinion, to trends, to the fleeting perceptions of others. This is not freedom. This is servitude. You sacrifice your peace for an image. You sacrifice your purpose for a number. You believe that money itself is the goal. You fail to see that money is merely a tool, a means to an end. If you do not define the end, you will wander aimlessly, accumulating without purpose. The winner, the 1%, they understand a deeper truth. They know that true wealth is not just about the numbers in a bank account. It is about the quality of their life. It is about their freedom. It is about their purpose. They build an inner scorecard. This scorecard measures things that truly matter to them. It measures their values. It measures their impact. It measures their growth. They do not seek external validation. They seek internal fulfillment. They understand that control over money is about creating choices. It is about aligning their resources with their deepest values. They are not chasing happiness. They are building a meaningful life. They are defining success on their own terms. Their worth is not tied to their wallet. It is tied to their character. It is tied to their contribution. It is tied to their autonomy. They understand that external numbers can fluctuate. Markets rise and fall. Fortunes can be lost. But an inner sense of purpose and a life lived in alignment with values are resilient. They provide a stable foundation. This allows them to navigate financial ups and downs with equanimity. They are not slaves to the market's whims. They are masters of their own destiny. They use money to build the life they truly desire, not the life others expect them to have. Binary shift. Weak mindset. Am I richer than them? What is my net worth compared to the average? This is the external validation trap. It leads to endless comparison. It creates a cycle of dissatisfaction. You are always looking outside yourself for approval. Your happiness depends on outperforming others. You chase status symbols. You accumulate possessions to impress. This mindset never allows you to feel truly wealthy. You are forever chasing an arbitrary goal set by someone else. You become a slave to the opinions of others. You lose sight of your own purpose. Strong mindset. Am I living according to my values? Am I financially free to pursue my purpose? This is the internal fulfillment mindset. It leads to self-defined success. You measure yourself against your own standards. Your happiness comes from within. You align your resources with your core values. You use money as a tool to create the life you want, not to impress others. You seek liberation from financial constraint. You seek the ability to choose your path. This mindset provides lasting peace. It provides true power. You become the master of your own life. You define what wealth truly means for you. Action plan. 1. Define your values. List 3 core values that truly matter to you. These are the principles that guide your life. These are not what society tells you. These are what resonates deep within you. Examples could be freedom, family, health, integrity, contribution, creativity, learning, adventure, impact, autonomy. Take time with this. Think about moments when you felt most alive. What values were you living out then? Write them down. These values will become your compass. They will guide your financial decisions. They will define your true wealth. Do not just pick popular words. Choose words that speak to your soul. These values are your true north. 2. Align spending. Review your spending over the last month. Look at every dollar. Does it align with your 3 core values? Be honest with yourself. Where are the gaps? For example, if health is a core value, but you spend more on fast food and entertainment than on nutritious food or fitness, there is a misalignment. If freedom is a core value, but you are spending on things that create debt or require more work, you are working against yourself. Identify 1 or 2 areas where your spending directly contradicts your values. Then, make a plan to shift that spending. Redirect money from fluff to fulfillment. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the life you want to create. Vote wisely. Vote for your values. 3. Create your own metrics. Instead of just focusing on net worth, create your own metrics for success. These are measurements that reflect your inner scorecard. For example, number of hours spent on passion projects each week. Days spent free from work obligations each month. Amount contributed to causes I care about each year. Number of meaningful relationships nurtured. Progress on a personal project that brings deep fulfillment. Number of new skills learned. Hours spent in nature or with loved ones. These metrics are powerful because they are entirely within your control. They lead to intrinsic satisfaction. They build resilience against external pressures. They shift your focus from accumulation to contribution, from comparison to contentment. Track these metrics. Celebrate your progress on them. This is how you build a life that is rich in every sense of the word. This is how you define true prosperity. This is how you achieve a wealth that cannot be taken away. Closing mantra. True wealth is internal. Live by your own measure.